Thank you very much. For your remaining two panelists, we have Mary Ann Cooper and Mike Gorley, 30 seconds each, please.
Sorry, Chair Witt, 30 seconds, or were we on the 8 minutes of Representative Brock Smith?
That's 8 minutes for the panel.
The panel is the three of us.
That's correct.
Oh, okay, so okay, sorry. I won't take any more of the 8 minutes. I will just give my testimony as planned. So Chair Witt, members of the committee, thank you so much for having me. Mary Ann Cooper here today on behalf of the Oregon Farm Bureau. We oppose House Bill 2844 and the -2 amendments, and since we are so time limited, I'm just going to make a few key points. Initially, I want to clarify our farmers and ranchers coexist well with beavers across Oregon. We recognize the important role that beavers play in our landscape and the benefits they can have in certain ecosystems. However, they can also cause significant riparian damage, blocking culverts, washing out critical roads, flooding farm fields, homes, parks, and altering water systems that our members rely on for our farms, forests, and infrastructures, particularly in the wetter parts of the states. In these instances, we have to act quickly to remove problem beavers to protect our infrastructure from further damage. We only trap them when they are causing damage to our farm or road infrastructure. We believe beavers are correctly classified as a rodent and managed as a predator on private lands where they are taken without the need for state authorization. We oppose the -2 amendments and the base bill for a number of reasons. First, they are not grounded in science. Beavers are abundant on our landscape with estimated population.
I apologize. Can you close, please?
Certainly, by my count, we still have 3.5 minutes on our panel.
You had less than a minute just for yourself.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, I guess one of the things that I will say then is I just correct a piece of misinformation before I close. Under the -2 amendments, beavers would not be able to be taken year round. The fur taker's license would only authorize take during the existing time period that take is allowed. That's November 15th to March 15th.
I'm going to have to. Mike Gorley, 30 seconds, sir.
Mark Gorley, forester in Western Oregon for 43 years. I've worked with Dr. Jimmy Taylor and Vanessa Petro, scientists with Oregon State University. They've demonstrated that relocating urban problem beavers to the best salmonoid habitat of the Siuslaw National Forest just didn't work. Prime salmon stream habitat was already fully occupied by bank denning beaver. Established family beaver colonies don't allow newcomers, and cougars eat transplanted beavers who don't have established homes. Over my career, we have 43 years working on roads and culvert crossings. We have never found a physical barrier or piping around culverts that have worked. We've worked extensively with extension agents and Oregon Department of Fish and Wildlife biologists. We just can't get there. Again, there was no scientific basis to make any of these changes.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Gorley. Appreciate that. And apologize for such a short amount of time. With that, I'm going to take comments from the public. We just have a couple of minutes. We're going to have John Melgren, Ann Kramer Steinkamp, Marie Godotti, and Scott Beckstead in that order. John Melgren, welcome to our committee. 1 minute, sir. Studi, please keep the clock.
Thank you, Representative Witt and members of the committee. It's a pleasure to be here today. I really want to emphasize what this bill does not do. It doesn't mandate the use of coexistence tools, it merely encourages them. It does not impact hunting or trapping regulations already in existence for fur bearers. And importantly, despite what you just heard, there is indeed a year-round fur bearer license available to landowners in Oregon. It goes from July 1st to June 30th every year, and it is free, and that would continue in effect should this bill pass. The other option is indeed a normal fur bearer's license that goes during the normal season of November through March. But again, the year-round permit is available. And the third option is that ODFW can grant emergency take permits to landowners when they're experiencing active damage, and that can be granted over the phone with a permit emailed very quickly. So there are a number of options for landowners. This really doesn't change anything other than encourage encourage the use of coexistence tools and allow ODFW to be involved in management. Thank you.
Chair Witt, you're on mute.
Ms. Maskey, 1 minute each, please. Ann Kramer Steinkamp, welcome to our committee.
You guys hear me?
Yes, please proceed.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, please proceed.
Dear representatives, my name is Annie Kramer Steinkamp. I'm a 6th generation farmer. I farm down in the Albany area, the Brooks area, the St. Paul area, and the Claskenite area. I pump my water out of open water, but also wells. But mostly I have to do this beaver management in my open water areas because these guys like to chew wood and they like to plug up culvert, which causes damage to my pumps and my suctions. We only do a little bit of trapping. A lot of the things we find is we got beaver problems, but we also have nutria problems. And I can't tell a beaver not to go into a nutria trap. So I urge you to really consider whether this bill is right for us farmers to protect our crops. Because I have had beavers come into my blueberry field, gnaw down the bush all the way to the ground, which causes me thousands of dollars of lost profit from my crop. So I oppose this bill. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very, very much. Appreciate that. Marie Gadati, please. Welcome to our committee.
Representative Marie is having some technical difficulties. I would maybe suggest Brenda Furkatich is online and available and is also an opponent. Marie's been messaging me.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Scott Beckstead, please. Welcome to our committee. Mr. Beckstead? All right. With that, I am going to recommend that anyone else who's remaining and wishes to inform the committee of your testimony on this subject to please get your comments into the committee before 3:15 p.m. Tomorrow afternoon. With that, I'm going to close the public hearing on House Bill 2844. Gavel, and I am going to open a public hearing on House Bill 3114. Gavel. Ms. Maskey, please.
Chair Witt, members of the committee, House Bill 3114 would appropriate funds to the Oregon Ocean Science Trust, the Oregon Department of Fish and Wildlife, and Oregon State University for the purposes related to ocean acidification and hypoxia.
Thank you very much. Before I recognize Representative Gomberg, Rep. Kate, did you have a question or comment?
Yes, thank you, Chair. Just a quick question in regards to 2844. I know that was a short hearing, and I know there was a lot more testimony to be heard. And personally, I think I would really appreciate hearing it, as well as I know so many of our other committee members. Is there going to be more opportunity to do that at another time?
Unfortunately, no. We just have our agenda is just too full. I'm sorry.